Is this thing even on? Yes, it is. Good. Right. A lot of people have asked me how I play Vlad top, but there's not really much to it. Why is it so loud? Why is it so loud? So I helped him move with that because Fizz can't be bothered, and there's not really much to it. It's just once Q's of cooldown, go in and hit him with it, because why not? Also, I have no idea what the hell Zach does, right? So, which is why I am basically giving the benefit of the doubt and taking really, really defensive Masters and Runes. I generally always take pool at level 2 because I hate being ganked, I hate dying, which is always the case. And now it is just Q, try and get the last hit where possible so it doesn't get fed from the tower. Which don't really do very well. But then level 3, it's just, I stop him from recalling, which is fine, because I then take a bit too much damage because I don't know what the hell he even does, so it's okay. I have a crap ton of potions. Technically so does he, but I have an 8 sustain, and technically he does as well, but kind of not as much. And I generally prefer early levels to be underneath my turret. Generally because I know I can bide my time and then get to 9 and be an absolute ass, but before then I'm generally a bit weaker, and I'm aware of Miracle's here because I always ward this bush, especially early on. But like, this is the thing with a lot of champions, is they'll try to do their combo and then run away. Especially if they're melee, just keep auto attacking them. You won't draw aggro because you're so far away from their minions, and if anything he will draw aggro because he's close to yours. He then ignites me and I have not the foggiest idea why, and I try to make my move and kill him, but alas he gets away. So that's that foiled. Don't know whether I even have killed him or not, but it's more I knew it was safe to try because he used Ignite, there's no way he could kill me. No, so I try to let them push so I can hang around with my turret, so at least don't fall behind and buy my time, blah blah blah. But otherwise it's just attrition. It's like how aggressive you are in pushing your attrition depends on who your opponent is. If it's like Riven, then I'm definitely not going to push my luck. It's just Riven, Renekton, I see what I can get away with, but especially against them, I would stick around the high health. But now I'm a little bit more comfortable with what Zach does, and his main ability, I think his main ability would be, I don't know, I'm just not really afraid of him actually like 100-0ing me, so I'm a great deal more aggressive in my posturing and just keep forcing the issue. It's like once he uses abilities, I'm basically standing around and continue hitting him for it, because why not? Because if I do it this way, I might lose more health, but at the same time he'll lose health also a lot faster, is the thing. I just speed up this attrition war. It's always going to be attrition. And then how fast that gap develops depends on the skill of both players. And this is the other thing that Vlad does that he's really good at, stroke really annoying, is, especially against melee champs, is deny them last hits. If they go for the hits of the turret, then all that's going to happen is EQ, and then you walk out of range. Because if you take a hit from the turret, who cares? You just Q him. So just Q, and especially if you can time it, once the tower has shot something, then you'll draw aggro, but you'll be out of turret aggro range before it fires again. So you can just continue this move spree, and right now, he can't do anything, which is why I'm now pressing my advantage, and I'm going to outstrip his farm. But it's like, my health is close to full, I'm still trying to poke him down. And then I have no idea what the hell my character was doing. I literally had pressed, I knew Fizz was coming, so my move was to R, like Hemoplague, Ignite, EQ, and then pull, right? Hemoplague, Ignite, E wasn't on, so I Q'd him, and then I pressed pull, but then he just spazzes out, and so he doesn't pull. It's like, okay. So I pull anyway because why the fuck not? And then I stick around, to get rid of as many bloblets as I can, but I don't know where my Yokai is. I don't want him suddenly thundering around to kill me, so I'll leave Fizz to kill him anyway, because Fizz needs kills more than I do early on. Also, I'm a bit of a pansy, and didn't want to risk dying to that bullshit, so I get double wards, and I saw Zac coming, so I just stood around the corner and hit him for free. But more to the point was, Fizz is Fizz, basically won't buy wards, because like, troll pole and runs away. So we can't really rely on River to be warded. So I have to ward it myself. Probably should have warded it even lower, but it's more meh. So we're now back to standard. He's under the turret and I will continue harassing him under it. Because ass. I consider Vlad to be a safe pick. Then maybe a Swain will show up or somewhere, but it's my safe pick because what can I say? I can say, especially like some Yokai, is never ever use pull when he's already in mid-flight. Right? I didn't want to pull any early, even though it would have given me a speed buff, because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to get away in time before Zac showed up, because I know he has a pretty long range steel shot closer. And I dodged one ability, dodged two, try to do what I can, hemo play, so if any attempt at tower down becomes much more risky. I know his cell division isn't up, so which is why he has to abort immediately, and then Mayokai can't finish me, so I'm fine. Hemoplague is a pretty good deterrent sometimes, because it amplifies the damage from turrets as well, and since turrets are now much more beefy in dealing damage, it's like, oh. You'd be surprised how many times you can get a double kill from it. But at the same time, don't waste it if you're on 20%, they're on 100. Because it has got a fair cooldown, so I ping that sees Zac's gone, and it's like I will be pushing them. Push, and then harass him under the turret. We continue this merry-go-round again. EQ, 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 always EQ, and he's now on no health whatsoever. So, that's actually in the space of 15 seconds as well. So, he comes back to lane, he uses elastic skill shot, so knows when to suddenly stupid, it should EQ, and every time it's off cooldown, EQ again. But if he wants the last hit, he's going to suffer for it. That is basically how you do this as Vlad. Use attrition to get into a dominating position, and once you get into a dominating position, be an absolute ass about it. So I go to ward because I don't want to be interrupted again. And I'm happily going to shove this underneath his turret because I know he can't do anything. Every time he's at his turret, right, he'll surrender CS or he'll take damage or both, as it turns out. Which is why I am CSing. Just CS and get everything. Realize he's gone, so go do golems. Because why not? Supplement my gold income, denies it to Mayokai, although Mayokai technically won't get it. Then it denies it from their jungler if he tries to get it, although they're not really the most profitable ones. Mayokai should be busy ganking, but Mayokai's dead, so I'm okay with this. My general build depends on who I'm facing. If it's a rough lane, I might grab a Doran's or early armor. If it's an okay lane, or I feel I can be okay with it, then it's just haunting guys, and sometimes I'll rush Revolver, especially like heavy ganking jungler, and I need wards because Hexa Revolver is 1200, haunting guys 4035, and we're back. The AFK farming, pushing, blah blah blah.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
So I'm on 130, Zac's 90, and I didn't notice this until it was way too late. I should have made my move earlier, like ages ago, to get rid of cell division, but I was boned. The most I could do from this is get rid of cell division of Zac. Maybe we could have played that better, but I don't know. I was dead. That was why I wasn't paying attention. The reason I wasn't paying attention was I wanted to harass him down, ironically enough, so I could go ward. So he wouldn't follow me or some other rubbish, so I couldn't heal the creeps or something, but that was bad, but I don't care. I'm still way ahead of him. golem to supplement income, and I'm now wondering what the hell's meant to happen, because I'm still going to be an ass about it, because I know my cooldowns, right, will murder him, and he's going to try and last his skin shotting, but it's more bouncy, and wondering whether we can kill this. Like, Amumi's tanking it, so I have no reason not to follow, and he grabs him, so we kill him. If, for example, he had backed up, I'd back up as well. If your jungler is going to go in, especially if someone like Moo has no damage, then you might as well follow. You're not losing anything, right? And you might gain something. Exceptions are always there, such as, I don't know, 3 people come around behind you, and say, well, I'll sacrifice this jungler and run away. So I'm running away because Cat's more fed than I am. I don't know, actually, because I haven't bought, that was the main thing, but I was looking at the farm, and I'm pretty sure I would either be similar or ahead in gold, and as it was, in hindsight, I can see I'm ahead in gold. Just through farming. So I spent a lot of time up here, just farming, waiting for late game, whereas down here, Graves is getting fed. So, no, this is not me overly, like, rapey carry something, it's, you guys wanted to know what I do in top lane. This is what I do in top lane. Be a pansy until I can actually get something done, and then be an ass.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Map awareness does pay off, especially if you're at the turret, because they're, like, especially if I was in mid, I would see that Vlad is pushing his luck, and maybe he's so preoccupied. Because it's fun, okay? It is fun making someone's life a misery through constant EQ under his turret. Whereas you say at full health, and they slowly die. So I'm not saying that we need to get the hell out of here, because Lulu is a freaking walking reset button for Cat right now. And things that Vlad doesn't like is maintaining his stacks of Tides of Blood, because it will slowly kill him. I've said this in the other Vlad video, if you don't have it on max stacks before a fight, you lose a great deal of your damage. But if you do, and the fight doesn't happen for a long time, you can lose so much of your health. I guess it pays off with passive, I guess. But meh. The other thing is, your poke hurts, it's also short ranged. But if you can get away with it for free, then do so. So, it's more to see whether they're out of position or not. So, Tarek's out of position, so I take a chunk out of him and get the hell out. I mean, that really wasn't bad, as far as damage goes. So, he missed position, so I could just sneak in for an EQ. And that will wipe out 600 HP or so. Nothing really impressive, but you have to bear in mind that, then I go for who we can. I don't waste Hemoblade until I'm sure I can actually kill someone with it. Not kill someone, until they're in a better position. There's no point. Put it this way, if, well, right, I had Mover engages because Maokai is walking in, so I took a chunk out of him. If I had sprung this straight onto Cat, I ran the risk of her just running away, which she did. Then they grouped up, so I try and get something done there. Just a better position. And then I screw up, right? I was wondering, I can probably get away with this. I didn't actually count on exhaust. Right? I thought I'd EQ, but Q wasn't off cooldown, so it turns out that I could only kill one person. But it's okay, we managed to kill him anyway. So I misplayed that, but I don't know. I'm now veering away from getting Rylai's. I don't know why. It's just I prefer getting the Andrews first as a big item and then seeing what happens. Because, I don't know, I just like what Zhonya's does for Vlad. Just EQ, pull, and then EQ again, Zhonya's, and use another round of EQ. It's just the more times you can have a vulnerability in order to get those abilities of cooldown, the better. So it does depend on the game, but in this instance I have already bought Seeker's Arm Guard. So I said, why not? Should I have gone with Spirit Visage? It's just nothing is overly heavy magic damage. Right. The amount of burst they have would probably amount to Katarina, maybe Zac. And Katarina I can always pull, and if I had Zons I can dodge it anyway. It's just I didn't see a reason to get Spirit Visage over early, and I didn't have a reason for Rhylife because we had enough CC as it was. Or I didn't really see a reason in order for me to be able to target. I mean, there was no real credible threat to Graves the entire this game, and Zach pulls off some amazing. Like, I have no idea what the hell that was, but that just netted us 2 kills. I can see maybe why he did it, but Mumu dies, Fizz dies, but it's okay, Mumu got a double kill. Honest question is, who cares? They're now going to pursue this, right? And so, I don't go for Maokai, I see Cat, and then I open up in their face. And I kill Maokai as well. If that second round of EQ didn't kill him, then I would have zoned and waited again. But as it was they had engaged onto, they leapt onto Graves, and then the priority target right now is Maokai is really not going to do much if he's the only one left. It's let's kill Cat. So I say do what I can, and I honestly couldn't care less about the rush. I just stood there and took it, but. And that's the double kill from that. 2-for-1 trade, no problem. As long as it's up, I now get Ionian and Kindle Gem in order to get Leandries as close to, not Leandries, not to get my cool. This, especially, I want to get down to 3 seconds if possible. Because Vlad with full CDR is really sexy, but 38 is enough. I don't know precise figure, but I'm hovering at 38. And like I said, bush is now almost always warded just because you have to waste a pink one just to get rid of it. We know it's warded. We know it's warded. And I think there's a missed call somewhere. Like, we want to do Baron, right? Because we know they can't handle us in a team fight, and Cat is bot. Except for some strange reason, we end up doing neither. Right? We either go back and defend, or we do Baron. And it's just, what the hell's happening? It's like, Graves is gone, so there's no way we're going to do this in time. Lulu's gone, Fizz is gone. It's like, why are you still here, Mumu? Mumu trying to solo Dragon. Dragon Baron, what a hero. So, we almost lost inhibitor, but Tarek gets caught because Fabulous Tarek must die. So we ended up losing a few turrets for nothing. But it's more, if we can catch someone else, then we can go for Baron. And Cat shows up. So we kill her too. Or try to. She tries to teleport away, and Mumu uses ult to say no, but more to the point, she's dead. She's dead, they lost a major damage source, AoE damage source, so we say, go Baron, now's the best chance we have, since Cat is dead. So we go ahead and steal that. And this is what I mean by spectacular engaged by Zach. It's 4v5, and Zach turns round. I guess they wants to AoE it, but I don't know. It was 4v5, and I couldn't really know what the hell was happening. But I use all the what I can, which is 3 people, which is good enough. I'm not in a position to just walk through everyone and get rid of MF. So now that Tarek's dead, because Tarek must die, we then work on killing the rest of them. What are they going to do? MF has way too many targets, and now I had to remember to kill Zach, because that passive is so annoying. So now I'm in the position where I really don't want to. I don't know. I was vulnerable to Cat's burst, so I used Zonya to go through that, and we ace them. This Cat really doesn't do much damage, and I really don't agree with getting a Gunblade. I think I'm really Season 2 pre-Cat rework. And I'm pretty much sitting here doing nothing, waiting for the wave to turn up, but... bleh. Go through the jungle, nick everything, give them no money, steal their lunch money, and keep farming, keep farming, keep farming, keep farming. It's just off-farm compared to theirs. It's like the ADCs similar, but I have torn way ahead of Zach by a good old 100. And my next purchase, I'll just get raw power because there's no need to get more CC. Fights are going in our favor as it is, so let's get more damage because damage is good. And also translates into health with Vlad, and I end up in this game with almost 4k HP. and 600 AP. But because I managed to get the late game, and Vlad is a hyper carry. And so we try to engage. Nothing really happens out of it. And Lulu is in the wrong position. Great position correctly at the very back. Can we get something done? We want to take this turret, so we just take the turret. And then a spectacular engage by Mumu turns up, where, look at our health. We're in no position to really fight this, and yet he misses his Q, right? And then tries to go in anyway. This is not a fight that we actually want, considering how he's like lost most of his HP. Graves is overly spectacular. Lulu's half, I'm half, this is half. It's like, why are you going in? And this goes hilariously wrong. So I still try to go for MF because I know I'm getting out of this. I fail. I can't. And so we get aced. 5-for-1 trade. Not good. Yeah, Baron buff, everything, and Moon still decides to go on half health. It's couldn't escape either. So now we went back and we reset this because we're still ahead. We're just more aware that we can't do anything dumb like that. In the meantime, I'm busy diffusing an argument between Fizz and Amumu. Because Amumu blamed us for not doing anything, whereas Fizz was flaming him, saying that was an absolutely shit engage. And I had to basically be the middleman and point out that everyone makes mistakes. It's fine, but blaming everybody else for your mistakes isn't, which both parties accepted, basically. I mean, if you want to call that a subtle way of saying a Mumu, that was absolutely shit. But it put it into a more positive light and more neutral, and people will generally try to listen a bit more. Some people won't, but oh well. So I'm now hanging on 38% CDR, and Tide of Blood is now less than 3 seconds. Which means the Andrews or procs all around. So this is pinked, everything is pinked. So we're trying to see if we can bait this or not. And it just seems to suggest that, I don't know, we're just going for it. Because I just want something to be done, and we do. And then now we're busy trying to engage, like wondering why am I over here? Like, okay, guess nothing's going to happen. Except Amumu flashes and does something, so this is actually an engagement. Now that we've committed, I use Ghost in order to get to the back line. So I literally just charge in, use ult on MF, then EQ, keep hitting her, pull, get up again, then EQ. As there's no need for Zhonya's, but in this case I still have it. Actually, just the Zhonya's through Cat's ult. So I didn't die there either. Like, invulnerability is really sexy on that because who doesn't get sick of having even more invulnerability? So I tank this, even though another person might not, because A, I have Baron regen, but more of the point is I have a fair amount of HP, and I can keep taking... I have a fair amount of armor from Zhonya's, and I can keep queuing minions. Just regain my health, but the point was I knew we had enough time to hit the inhibitor, but what the hell is Tarek going to do? Except I don't have enough time I have no idea who the hell pinged to get me to take the top turret, but there was no way I could ever get that in time. Like, sod it. More importantly, let's steal blue. Not that anyone will use it, but hey, I don't mind gaining extra 2%, and it's always good to steal buffs. Not from your own team, of course, but there, you get the idea. So I finally managed to get Death Cap, and I have a blue and red, and I'm sitting on almost 4k HP, a fair amount of resistances, and 618 AP. Like, okay, come at me. So now I make the call to go top because honestly, I don't even see why the hell that's a call to go top. Bots pushing, mids pushing, we have to siege this, and they have us in on the back. As soon as it's in on the back, we kill them. Don't know what's happening. Whoever tries to engage on me is like, okay, I don't care. So they actually are engaging. So I then go around the back again and go straight for the back line because I assume that's my job. EQ, pull, again, EQ, that's not enough, so another invulnerability to stop her from hitting me, and I can't do anything. Although then Grey does turn up and steal the fun, Emma was like busy dealing with me, and she couldn't because 3 times the vulnerability. OP. Target in this really was their back 5. I mean, didn't build in a fashion that would allow me to peel for Graves, and neither did I even bother to try. But no, that is how I play Vlad. I don't even know if you even learned anything from this, but oh well, have fun.